Oh, I switched to gold because I can't even decide, like, low-key. I always want to wear gold when I'm on my period. When I'm on my cycle, I want to wear gold. When I get off it, I want to wear silver. And I'm just always, like, in that era of, like, oh, I'm, like, have a softer look. And gold is, like, very striking. But yeah, and every time I switch between them, I genuinely believe that I'm never gonna like the other color. But yeah. All right. Let's make sure it smells good here. But yeah, the only reason why I wanted to film today is Monday, November like 18th, I think. The only reason why I wanted to film today is because my mom did something boy mom again. So I just had to like get on it. Okay. And then that reminded me of something boy mom she did back when I had pink hair over the summer and wasn't getting any jobs, even though I usually don't get any jobs at any point in time. I had pink hair and I was like applying to stuff and like at the mall in the summer. Like a mall job over the summer was like my greatest prospect, literally. And I was talking to her about how I felt like I was about to be kidnapped by this man. Okay, and I had like hot pink hair at the time, and I was just wearing like what I always wear. So like some like cheap like Amazon dress, like this one. And I was like, I was sitting down, and this guy with the backpack is like sitting across from me and like just keeps like coming across like he's not there to do anything. So if you're somewhere and you don't look like you're there to do anything, you look like you're there to scope to find victims. Because think about how weird it would be if I showed up to the library right now and I didn't even come here to do anything. I was just sitting here looking around. Like, that comes across like you're looking for victims, does it not? So I told my mom about this in the car over the summer, and she making it out like I think I'm all that or something, as if people that get kidnapped look good. Are you being serious right now? So she was making it out like, oh, he probably wasn't doing anything, like just not even being protective of her daughter because she thinks that I think I'm all that because my hair is dyed. Like, are you kidding me right now? So yeah. But the thing that she did recently was, okay, so I had to, okay, I don't wanna be this close with my parents as I am right now. But yeah, I did go with her to return something to Whole Foods, like through Amazon, because Amazon owns it or something, or they're partners. So I was returning something to Amazon via Whole Foods, and my mom was driving, and she like saw, as she was like about to drop me back off at my dorm in the cul-de-sac, she saw like some like boys crossing the cul-de-sac, and it was like less than 10, more than 5 boys that all looked the same. And as she was pulling up, like she was still driving a little bit, the bitch, she didn't even brake yet, but she was talking about some, do you want me to walk you in? Oh yeah, I know you do. Not even. Oh, what do you mean walk me in? Like, no, I don't want you to walk me in. Like, asking something slow, like, oh, now you want to walk me in? Now that I live in a suite with a bunch of guys on my floor? Like, you never wanted to walk me in when I lived in an all-girl dorm. Oh, yeah. And there was this other time where, she was talking about, having seen me at school or something, having visited me. She talking about there were a lot of handsome boys at her school, like, very. Anyways, so yeah, so she's talking about you need me to walk you in, and then answers for me. Oh yeah, I know you do. No, I don't. And then to keep me from going in there, she wanna talk to me about, oh, how much deodorant do you have? How much did I give you? Like, how much do you have? Because I wanted to, I was actually gonna go to the store to get some deodorant, but I was wondering how much you have. Do you have 2 or 3? I'm like, I have 1, and I can manage. She's like, oh, but how much do you have? Like, tell me specifically how much deodorant you have. Like, trying to distract me from going into my dorm. As if I don't see, as if I don't get to see boys like that. As if that isn't like the whole demographic of my school. Like, everybody at my school is a boy. Trying to walk me in. Get out of here. Ugh. And then she wanna, oh yeah, but here's the day that I discovered that my mom was a boy mom. When I was getting groomed by that gay guy when I was in high school. The sentence. But yeah, when I was getting groomed, she was trying to like make, oh yeah, So the nigga didn't even, sorry, the kid didn't even, he didn't even like ask me actually out. And my mom and my sister was acting like he was like doing something or something. Like there was really no move made. Yeah. But she made him like come to the door of my house and he was picking me up. Yeah, but his gay self was looking for a boy mom to date him low key. But anyway, so my mom had him come to the door to pick me up. So this was my senior year, and tell me why she like hugged him at the door really forcefully, really aggressively, without him even seeing who it was. So low key, without his consent, low key could have like trying to grab him from behind low key. But anyway, so she started hugging him aggressively. Mind you, he don't even know me, so he definitely don't know you. But yeah, so she hugging the hell out of him, and I think I've only known him for like a week at this point, but so she hugging the hell out of his body, right when he gets to the door, and she talking to him in like a fake high voice because she's trying to hit. And I noticed that like pedos do that a lot. Like they talk to people in a fake voice. Like, nigga, we know what you are. I know what it's given. But yeah, so she wanted him to think that she was me, if that makes any sense. So she like pulling up to the like front door to let him in, acting like all excited as if she was going on a date, and it wasn't even a date. And I already knew because I was so wise at that age. Like I knew that boy was gay, and like I knew that he dated a bunch of boyish girls, so he didn't even know how to literally talk to me. And so I knew my mom was like a boy mom because of the fact that she was just assuming that he was like something that boy moms do is like they just assume that men are just attracted to women because they want their manly asses to be assumed to be attracted to men. So they're just like having that aggressive energy back, I guess. But anyway, so she hugging the hell out of him at the door and talking to him in his fake voice, even though she really don't have nothing to talk to him about. Because I haven't told her anything of significance about him yet. Because that was really the day that he told me all of the gay like stuff about him, like, and he genuinely thought that I was gonna think that he was straight for some reason, although like obviously he could be not straight and be trying to date a woman, duh. But yeah, it was as if like he just was purposely trying not to recognize that him and I were different genders. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody just weird like that, like trying to actively resist like acknowledging that we're different genders and like trying to carry yourself differently. Do you know what I mean? So in that case, like I was supposed to be the boy mom, just assuming that he was into women so that he could like just so that he could just like not even have to like be the boyfriend, if that makes any sense. But like I didn't do none of that, so he was like low-key like trying to like figure out if I would like hint at like what I wanted from him, and I didn't want anything from him because I wasn't trying to raise no I wasn't trying to raise nothing, not one, yeah, nothing. I wouldn't even raise a plant at that point. So yeah, so he was like waiting to see what actions he could do that would make me light up or whatever, and it was just so sad and pathetic. But yeah, so that was when I peeped that my mom was a boy mom. But yeah, oh yeah, and I was complaining about being groomed. Mind you, this only happened like when I was a senior in high school, and I was complaining about this situation. I'm 20 now, so this was only a couple of years ago, and I was complaining about this situation to my psychiatrist that I've complained. I told you guys about her. I always call her my manly psychiatrist, because that's the only way that I could describe her. Hold on. I sent her like I had this draft of like this really mean message that I was gonna send her, because because I complained to her about this situation, which is totally valid for me to recognize as an adult, that I was like being like sexually groomed by like an obvious like hypersexual like confused gay guy. Like, why would it be weird for me to be upset about that? It's completely normal for me to be upset about that, and it's completely normal for me to not like it when people that like men are trying to pretend to be into me, like, or trying to force a romantic encounter with me. Like, that's completely valid for me to not like that. Which happens to me a lot in my school, because everybody at my school is attracted to men. Everybody at my school is manly. So, you know, everybody that has ever been into me at my school, I'm always thinking like, dang, like this person must think that I'm giving sir right now, because they're like deciding to be into me, and I already know what type of time they're on. You do know what I mean? So, but anyways, so basically she keeps on saying like, oh, my psychiatrist keeps on saying like, oh, like, you've been molested. Like, why do you keep complaining about people like trying to have romantic encounters with you that obviously like a genitalia that you don't have? I mean, why would you be upset about that? I mean, I'm not really registering like why you'd be upset about that. Okay, so here's the message that I was gonna send her, which I will send it. Regardless, I will send this, because that's disgusting. And because I was raised by a boy mom, like, I have had to learn like so much how to defend myself, because boy moms are more aggressive about defending, you guessed it, boys. But yeah. Okay, here's the message that I am gonna send. Okay, here's her name, and then the subject. I put as the subject your practice. Okay, into your message. Here's my message. Something also inappropriate you asked is if I date women because of my dad, which also makes no sense. If you date men because of your dad, I suppose that's why you're manly yourself. I don't like both my parents. They're manly, which you're probably familiar with. I don't have a problem or support either gender. The end. But I've also sent her another message, which was the reason why I got transferred from her care, because she's so weird. Okay, here's a message that I already sent her about her being weird. Okay, here's how the message starts. Also, you're a terrible psychiatrist. I tell you about attraction to women, and the first thing you ask is if I've been molested. I start actually speaking to you for the full 30 minutes, and now I'm psychotic to you. The last time I spoke to you, you said women aren't into me because they think I'm still feminine, which makes no sense. You're psychotic. If men can be attracted to you, women can be attracted to me. Everything I talk to you about is something that is relevant to me. I wouldn't talk about it if it wasn't on my mind. Anyways, but yeah, I sent that because she's like such a weirdo. Like, she's so butch, she's so masculine, and she has the audacity to say she's so masculine, she's trying to date men, and she has the audacity to tell me that oh yeah, to tell me when I was in a really bad place in my life. Like, she has the audacity to tell me, like, women aren't into me because they think I'm still feminine. What does that mean? Like, there's so many layers to that. Like, they think I'm still, like, what are you trying to say right now? Like, you're butch as fuck, and you clearly have sex with men, so clearly I can be normal and have sex with women. Like, obviously, if I was butch like you, I'd probably date a man, but I don't want to be like you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what she was trying to say with that. It was very odd. But also, every time I would have a meeting with her, she had the audacity to always, like, be talking to me about my appearance while being chopped herself. Just, like, being like, why do you do your makeup like this? Why are you wearing that right now? Mind you, this is what she looks like. She's bald. She wears glasses. And she kind of just wears, like, blouses and, like, jeans and, like, tennis shoes. But, like, none of it is, like, looks like something that you would wear to work, if that makes any sense. Like, she's working. She's a psychiatrist. So it's not really even giving, like, oh, I'm about to wear this to work. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So she doesn't even look professional talking to me, the client, about how I look. And I know that when I go to her, I'm really soft spoken. I don't really want to even talk to her. I don't tell her a lot of stuff. But there was one time where I did kind of tell her a lot of stuff, and she had the audacity to be like, I think you're psychotic because you're telling me all of this stuff out of nowhere. Like, okay, acting like she's known me that long. Big head ass bitch. But yeah, so I'm getting transferred to somebody that can actually be a good psychiatrist. But yeah, so that's a message that I'm gonna send her. You know, I already sent her a rude message. But yeah, she's kind of like everybody at my school. Like, everybody at my school is, like I just said, like, masculine people at my school that are obsessed with men, trying to make me feel bad that I don't participate in what they do, I guess, basically. Or like, as if it's their business, and as if it's my business what they get up to. Oh yeah, so I had initiation yesterday, and then I had some meetings at like 6, and they actually went way better than initiation. Like, I know I already told y'all that I got the ick of my sorority because of like how sloppily like all of the activities were. But by the time we got to like the actual like my first formal meeting. Oh yeah, and I was kind of upset. I was crying during my first formal meeting, and I always cry in places that I shouldn't, and nobody really pays attention to me enough to even see. But yeah, I was like looking at the flat screen TV where they were showing this slideshow, and I don't even know what I was crying about though. Yeah, but it was the first day of my cycle, so I was a little bit upset, and yeah, I was upset. I cannot even tell you what I was upset about. Like, probably upset about the same type of people that I am talking about in this video, like people like my mom and stuff like that. Like, if you listen to me talk sometimes, you might think that I like favor my dad, but I don't. It's just the fact that he's not a boy mom or like a boy parent, like, really. And sure, he's misogynist, of course. And sure, like, he's not like a presence to prefer, but he's not a boy mom. So that like means so much more to me, I guess. But I keep applying to so many things, so I'm gonna like run out of references eventually, because it's like applying to so many things at once, like I'm gonna run out of like people that can speak on my behalf about like how much of a good person I am or whatever. Like oh yeah, but the thing that helps me when the event of somebody that is attracted to men starts being into me, which happens all the time, I already told you. Something like I used to be like so insulted by it, but then I started like having a different perspective and just thinking of it like, oh, like actually what it is that I'm just like so pretty that they got confused for a second, and it actually has nothing to do with me, because that's the only way that I can think of it. And low-key, like when I was traumatized about it, I would kind of like get insulted by random things and get like scared and mad, as if like everybody was like trying to like or not everybody, people like purposely like misinterpreting me, because they're looking for a boyfriend. But then I started to peep that like most people actually stop liking me because they peep that I am a woman. They finally peep that I'm a woman, and it like takes forever. And like they finally peep that I'm a woman, and then they stop liking me, and it's like amazing and it's a relief, but it's also like they're kind of rude about it, but it's also like thank God. But I never like peeped like that they only stopped because they finally realized that I'm the girlfriend. And yeah, and I'm not what they're looking for, and it's like so odd that they like can't find a boyfriend in a world full of that. And it's like a little bit embarrassing. Low-key, I feel like most of the people that I've had to be around in my life that like have gravitated toward me were people that they were black hat, but they were boy moms. And I mean this in like every way, and I mean that like in every gender. Like they were black hat and they were boy mom, and like that's the reason why I don't have anyone to this day, is because obviously that's like a connection that's gonna have expiration. But like yeah, so they're kind of like both of my parents in a way, because my dad is black hat and my mom is a boy mom, so it's like they were a common both of them. So it's just like, of course that was gonna have expiration. But yeah, I really don't like black hat people though. I'm not even gonna hold you, like, because no matter what, it's always so forced, like trying to always be opposed to everything, and like trying to be the devil's advocate, and like trying to like act like people are trying to con you and nobody's even paying attention to you, or like it's like somebody broke, like acting protective of their no money. Like, I don't know, like I just don't like that like energy of like always acting hard all the time, like and always acting like pretending like every environment is unsafe because you're the unsafe thing. Like, you act like everybody's unsafe because you're the unsafe thing. Like, literally when you pull up, like it's always that person like where everybody avoids them. They acting like every place is so unsafe. Like, I just can't with people like that. They're like they're manifesting having such a struggle hard life because of how they literally just move. Like, they never treat anything in their life like delicately, and they like always toss their bags and like throw stuff, and they always like move super like hard, and then they're like confused, like why they're not dating anybody, why nothing treats them delicately, why people like avoid that like heavy energy, like that heavy like there's been a death energy, which I can get acting like that on your cycle sometimes. But yeah, you can't even really be confused. Like, and sometimes you hang out with people and like they talk about what's going on in your life, in their life, and like you're like, well, I know why. I mean, I know why that's happening. I mean, if you keep moving like that. So yeah, but this is my last. Okay, I have one more video where I'm gonna talk about somebody. Yeah, one more video after this one where I'm gonna talk about somebody, and then I'm gonna be done talking about like so I do feel like sometimes always talking about the past, like you're high key like giving people the play-by-play of like what you don't like so that they can literally just do that. Like, I definitely like gonna stop talking about the past. But yeah, everything is going well. Like, my life is literally perfect. Okay. Put these on. Yeah. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow.